Live from the 1280 WHTK and FM 107.3 studios in downtown Rochester.
This is the John DiTullio Show.
This is the John DiTullio Show.
As a kid, I always wanted to do sports. I always wanted to be a play-by-play guy. Never envisioned doing my own sports show as a kid, but I knew from the time I was 6 or 7 that I would be involved in some sports broadcasting when I grew up. Sports was all we did. Growing up in Erie, that's all you did. That's really all I know how to do. Other than a little landscaping on the side, sports is all I know. And let's face it, for me, I've hit the lottery in terms of doing something I really love to do. Bills Camp, the show today, we have several guests lined up. We've got writers on, we've got players lined up. We are talking X's and O's, we are talking football. A team to a community is their identity. I mean, that's what it is. The team becomes the face of the city. The Bills are the face of Western New York. If the Bills leave, Western New York officially crumbles. It's better when the Bills win, but let's put it this way. Western New York, we are identified with the Buffalo Bills. If we had a championship team here in Western New York, it would galvanize the region. That's what the Bills need. That's what Western New York needs. I mean, listen, we haven't had anything to cheer about. Think about this, since they lost 4 Super Bowls. The state should do everything it can, along with the commissioner, to keep the Bills here. Absolutely. You've got a company valued at almost $1 billion in Buffalo. Why would the state want to have a company worth almost $1 billion leave its region? So the state, along with the commissioner, need to do everything they can to keep the Buffalo Bills in Western New York. I mean, the NFL is a monster right now. They cannot afford to let the Bills go. Well, I started off as a videographer, a sports photographer, so I covered the '95 World Series between the Indians and Braves. That, to me, was so cool to cover a World Series and be there in the clubhouse, on the field. To me, is a moment in my career that I'll never forget. My sports memory stems back to my uncle's cigar store / magazine store / where they gambled store. While my uncles and my father were in there, I would sit out and read magazines. So I would read books all day long, and that's how I formed, for good or for bad, this kind of geeky memory when it comes to sports facts and stats. The unglamorous side of sports talk at times could be talking to the same callers, talking to the same deadbeat callers, talking about the same old deadbeat issues. My voice, I will say this, got me hired, was partly why I was hired in Rochester. When they did those focus groups, what I was told is that the focus group liked my voice. I didn't think I had a unique voice. In Erie, where I worked before, in college, no one ever said anything. I moved up here and people treated me like I was an alien. Where in the heck did you get that voice? Whether you like it or hate it, it is distinguishable, I guess. And if I do have an asset, it's probably my voice. 1280 WHTK and FM 107.3, Rochester Sports Talk.